What is the true history of the Protestant Reformation? Imagine a time when the Church's influence stretched into every part of life, from politics to daily routines. Now picture one man standing up and challenging that entire system. That's what happened in the 16th century. The Protestant Reformation was a big shake-up in Europe that changed religion forever. It all started in 1517 when Martin Luther, a German monk and teacher, nailed his 95 Theses to a church door. These were a list of complaints about how the church was selling indulgences, which were payments for forgiveness of sins. Luther believed salvation came from faith, not money, and he wanted to reform the church from within. But the roots of this movement go back much further, nearly 200 years before Luther. During that time, the popes got involved in politics, especially when the papal court moved from Rome to Avignon in France. This damaged the church's reputation and authority. Corruption was also widespread, with clergy selling church positions, showing favoritism, and living morally questionable lives. People started to lose trust. At the same time, nations began to see the church as a foreign power that they wanted to control. The Black Death, a deadly plague, made many question if the church could truly guide them spiritually. Also, Latin was no longer the common language, so ordinary folks couldn't understand the Bible. They wanted translations in their own languages. Luther's main ideas went beyond just criticizing indulgences. He argued that salvation was a gift from God, received through faith alone. He also said the Bible should be the ultimate authority, not church traditions. When he refused to take back his ideas at the Diet of Worms in 1521, he was excommunicated and declared an outlaw. Luther's translation of the Bible into German made scripture accessible to many, helping spread his ideas fast. The Reformation didn't stay in Germany. In Switzerland, Zwingli and later John Calvin created their own versions of reform, emphasizing different doctrines like predestination. Groups like the Anabaptists pushed for adult baptism and believed church and state should be separate. The movement had huge effects on Europe. It weakened the power of the Catholic Church, leading to religious wars like the 30 Years' War. It also encouraged literacy and education because people wanted to read the Bible for themselves. The Catholic Church responded with the Counter-Reformation, which aimed to fix its problems and reaffirm its teachings. The Council of Trent, held from 1545 to 1563, was a key part of this effort. It brought reforms to church administration and spirituality. Overall, the Protestant Reformation was a complex change driven by theological questions, political struggles, and social shifts. It reshaped Europe's religious map and laid the groundwork for modern religious diversity and the idea that states should have control over religion.